Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Colorado, clear, beautiful. 63 degrees. Supposed to get up to low 80s again today. Yay. I like that. It was actually hot yesterday. I thought it was actually hot. So I'm at my lake. I have the truck running, the air on, and I hope it's not making too much noise. It doesn't seem like it's been making noise, so I think we're okay. Hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Mine turned out really well. And drinking coffee today, cold. I've been on that cup of coffee for a few hours already. So, today is kind of a training day. Kind of a training day in life's exercises. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting topic, you think? So I don't know how many of these I have. Maybe there's, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe there's a dozen of these training exercise things I want you guys to work on today. And, it'd be great if you could do all 12. If you can't do 12, just pick out a few that you're comfortable with and you think, yeah, hey, that's a good idea. I'd like to try that. I don't know if I can do that one or not. Get it? So I'm going to go through these one at a time, kind of give just a short explanation of each one and see what you think. So this is sort of an online workshop. If you don't want me to come to you, I will be here online doing my workshop for you. Okay? And the background thought on these exercises today, which, you may pick a few you want to do, is around coherence. Heart, mind, body, mind, coherence. All right? Okay, so here's the deal. We generally are not in coherence. Mind's got one thing going on, body's got another thing going on, heart's got another thing going on. And it's just not all running efficiently. And of course, if it doesn't run efficiently, heart-mind type idea, coherence, you can't manifest anything. Can't put intentions out and expect anything to come back. So this is an exercise in being able to have heart-mind coherence so that you can start manifesting some of the things that you'd like in life. Number one, I'd like you to pick someone today that you've been distant from, or you've been distancing from, and close the gap. In other words, try to work on not being distant to another individual person that you have been distant from. You guys understand that? There's people in our lives that we try not to get close to, right? There's people in our lives that we try to stay a distance from. Emotionally, intellectually, physically, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's just that it may be subtle and it may be blatant. Think of somebody that you've been acting distant from and see if you can close that gap. No, it doesn't mean you have to go and be their very best friend and resolve old issues and all that stuff. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying try to not be distant from someone you've been avoiding. It's number one. Number two, try not to be resistant to another individual. This one's a neon sign for a lot of people out there. This is a neon sign. How many times in your day, in your week, in your month, I don't know, in your work, in your family, in your friends, colleagues, whatever it happens to be, do you sometimes have resistance to them? And this exercise is asking you to not be resistant. So a coworker always has some different ideas at work, and you seem to butt heads with that coworker and cause resistance. Right? Follow me, everybody? So whoever you seem to act resistant to, reduce that. Stop that. Change that. Modify that. Put some effort behind not being resistant to another individual that you can think of today. Number three. Number three's was a hard one for me. It still is a hard one for me. It's just be more loving. Now, guys, I hear you out there. Gosh darn it, he said that L word. The women listening, I understand. You guys got this one, be more loving. But for the guys, I guess I'm speaking to here is, no, I'm not asking you to get all mushy and, big, long conversations. And let's go walk in the park together and, that sort of stuff. I'm not talking about that. But you can act more loving to another individual. Let's say, and again, I'm kind of talking to the guys on this one. Let's say there's a homeless person that's all dirty and unkept and vulgar and I don't know, smoking, and might even be drinking. And you just don't feel very loving towards that individual, right? Maybe you think some hostile thought towards that individual. And in this particular case, number three, I'm asking you to view that individual with a little more love. No, you're not going to go change him, and you're not going to go fix him. You might want to just be in a general area closer to him. You might want to say hello. You guys understand that one. Number 4. This one's real obvious, I think, is just being more understanding. Be more understanding with your kids. You know, they're not growing up when you grew up, so therefore the way you think may not work today. And maybe you need to be more understanding of their environment and what they're going through and the struggles that they have in today's world. Be more understanding of the misunderstood coworker. You know, there's people we work with out there that, for the likes of me, I don't understand what he's up to or she's up to. Try to be more understanding of that. Okay? Number 5. And this one kind of goes along with some of the other ones, but be more open to others' ideas. Think about that one for a minute. How often do you just have an individual just start bringing up some other ideas and you just shut them right down? For the women, you have a girlfriend and you're hanging out with some of the girlfriends, and one of them just, you know, rubs you wrong for whatever reason, and whenever she brings up, you know, an idea, you just poo-poo it, you just ignore it, you just dismiss it, discount it. Same thing for you guys. You know, how often when you're with a group of buddies does one guy just rub you wrong and you just discount his ideas? And I'm just saying, I struggle with this one, being open to other people's ideas. You know, a lot of the ideas I really like. They're creative, they're fun, they're funny. Some of them just like, what? Maybe I need to do some work on being open to other people's ideas. All right, here's one you all can do today. What are we at? 2, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. Number 6 is no screaming at other drivers. Here's my spin on that one. I think people now have moved around enough that they're no longer living in the town they were born their whole life. And some of the people from the big inner cities back east are now living in Colorado. Whew. Boy, and do they have different driving ideas. You know, out here we're pretty conservative with our driving. And, you know, there seems to be a fair amount of horn honking and screaming at one another with their driving. Go one day with giving the other person the right of way. Go one day with not screaming at another driver, not honking your horn, not flipping them off, not getting angry, obviously. Okay? Number 7. This one is going to take a little bit of work. If you've been practicing and working the program, and we put a lot of stuff out here every single day. Please don't discount what you hear in here every day. Everybody has an aura around them. Right? And you can actually see it if you get tuned in to that sort of thing. And you can feel it. Yeah? No, I'm not talking projection. We're not talking about you projecting stuff. Do you ever feel really comfortable around another person? And they just seem to attract to you. And when you're within a few feet of one another, you feel this sort of, you have to really tune into it, but you can feel sort of a warmthness, kind of an energy, sort of a vibration, standing next to that person. Yeah? And then there's people that, you interact with and you're at 10 feet apart with not a lot of eye contact, and there isn't any warmth, or you just know that there's a wall here. There's a distance you need to maintain. So maybe today try to see and feel another's aura. You're going to run into some people that just are going to feel real good, and you're going to find others that are uncomfortable to be around. It's their aura. Okay? Number 8. Forgive someone today. Now, this is not George Costanza, going and making amends to somebody. This isn't about that. This isn't about finding somebody you might have hurt and you want to say you're sorry. This isn't about that. This is about you in your daily activity slowing down enough to think, I probably shouldn't have acted that way. And even though they hurt me, it was the wrong thing for me to do, and I'm certainly not in charge of how they act. But I forgive them. I don't need to call them up. I don't need to text them. No need to send them an email. Just in my own heart, I forgive that person. You're not judging. You're not judging. You're not saying, I know better than that person and that was stupid, but I'll still forgive you. It has nothing to do with that. It just is, boy, that was a hard situation and may not have gone exactly real well. And I just forgive that person. I'm willing to go on. Does that make sense? All right, number 9. I ought to write these down so I know what number I'm on. Number 9, right? This one is actually kind of fun. I mean, it can fun. It's not going to sound that way, but get near someone you dislike. Now think about that for a second before you go coming up with something different, right? Get near someone that you dislike. So we're not talking about emotionally, intellectually. Let's go and sit down and have a powwow. We're not there. I'm just saying. Now think about this for a minute. Just get in the general area. Maybe it's within a house length, parking lot length, park length. Move your proximity, your physical body, closer to that individual. You don't even have to say anything. I just want you to feel what it's like to be nearer or in the presence of a person you dislike. No, they're not going to become your best friend, probably. No, you're not going to solve the problems of the world or that relationship. But feel what it's like being closer in proximity to an individual that you dislike. That's actually a really good one. That's actually a really good one. Sometimes these things just pop out of my head as I'm driving around and I write them down. So number 10. This is one that we all struggle with because of guilt. Well, this is one we struggle with because of guilt. Let go of someone that's not good for you. Y'all just immediately thought of somebody and saw somebody's face as I read that, as I said that. And maybe it's time to take care of yourself. Maybe it's time to put yourself first, love yourself more. Okay? So, think about someone who you hang with, and you really kind of know they're not good for you. Figure out a way so that you're not hurting the other person. And this is a case where you want to start distancing from that individual. You may not have to say anything. You may want to say something. You may want to just start having physical distance. You may want to not be as available, kinds of idea. Okay, so that was number 10. Work on that. Number 11. Number 11, we can't read. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Do something nice for another person. So this is sort of the old, help the lady across the street carry her groceries. If you're not a generous person, become generous. I'm not sure what all that means, but maybe you have a gourmet sandwich and another person has nothing. And you just spent $6 on this beautiful sandwich and you're starved. Maybe it's okay to give that other person your other half and you go a little hungry. Maybe there's somebody who, nobody is attracted to or talks to or whatever. Maybe make a point to go talk to that individual. I don't know, for a minute or two, or say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Do something nice for another individual you may not normally do. Help somebody out. Go help somebody. You got all day today. I'm sure you'll run across somebody that needs a little help or assistance or guidance or coaching. Go do that. Number 12, stay present. Biggest one of the whole thing. We're constantly living our lives in the past from old programming. And in turn, we're 70% of the time in stress with old programs that don't work anymore. And we're attracting disease. Period. You guys, it's just that simple. We're constantly projecting the worst on the future due to past events that were negative, similar in kind. Stay present. Stay present on right now. We're right here listening to John go through these 12 exercises, of which you could pick several or a few or all, I don't care. Stay present. Today, practice seeing how long you can stay present for. Can you stay present for a minute? Can you stay present for an hour? A half a day? During lunch? Afternoon? The whole day? How long can you stay present for? That's what I'm asking you guys to work on. So, those are 12 ideas I came up with for kind of an online workshop today. And I'm going to start doing some of this stuff, giving exercises, workshop exercises, for you all to work on. I work on this stuff all the time. It's not particular to you. I mean, I work on this, so why not incorporate it as part of our program? If I were doing workshops for you guys, I would be putting some of this stuff in there. So there you go for today. I hope it's helpful. I hope you pick some of that stuff out and do it. By all means, do something nice for people. Um, it's going to be a beautiful day today. I don't see a cloud in the sky. It's already warming up pretty good. I'm going to do my meditation walk around the lake as soon as I hang up. And I'm looking forward to that. I see a couple people already coming back. But God bless everybody. God bless everybody. Take care of one another. And I'll just look forward to talking to you all again real soon. See you. Bye.